First Aid Kit live on KCRW. Very nice. So I mentioned in the intro that I first came across Hard Believer. I guess this was South by Southwest, not this year, but the year before. So that was 2010. And I just enjoyed that song. You know, I didn't know anything about you, but it just really stood up as a song. And I've played that pretty consistently since then. So good stuff. But you've been to the States quite a few times since then. Seems like you've been touring quite a lot. How many times have you been through America?
I've been here 6 times, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think so,
Have you been enjoying it?
Oh, yeah.
Very much so, yes.
You had a show just last night, actually.
Yeah.
And I was surprised to see you opening for, well, another Swedish artist, Licky Lee. How did that go?
Really well.
Really, really well.
We loved it.
We were surprised and thrilled.
Because it seems like she's kind of coming across as much more of a pop artist in the U.S. So it was interesting that you would be opening, but maybe that's the Swedish connection, you know.
Well, I think there's other connections in our music too. I think there's some kind of like darkness, and I think her lyrics are really great. And I mean, we love her. I think she's amazing. And
you know, she actually does have some history as, you know, kind of like this. I've seen her performing in like a street busker style before,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I guess there is kind of a folk connection, but. Anyway, so you guys have an interesting pedigree as you join us. You originally signed by Rabid Records, which is co-owned by The Knife. And then you were picked up by Wichita Records, who have brought us bands like Block Party and Bright Eyes. You recorded a 7-inch single for Jack White's Third Man. And now for this album, you ended up working with Mike Mogis on this latest record, Lion's Roar. So it seems like a lot of, you know, very cool things, you know, have happened, and in some ways, I guess a little bit unexpected. Like I wouldn't have expected Rabid Records to pick you up straight away.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a funny story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, our brother went to the same kindergarten as Karin from The Knife.
her kids. And
Yeah,
So,
yeah, her kids. I mean,
yeah.
she didn't go to kindergarten, but and our mom started talking to her, and like, you know, my daughters are making music, and she just started helping us out, and I don't know, it's just kind of, these things are really unexpected, and
Yeah.
and
they just
yeah.
sort of happened
Yeah.
in this magical way, and we're just very grateful
Yeah.
they did.
No, it's good. I mean, it's the same way that I picked up on your first song. You know, I just wasn't overthinking it. I was just enjoying the music. So how do young women from Sweden come into contact, get introduced to American folk artists and country artists? Was that just a natural thing to happen for you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that kind of music is, I mean, a lot of people listen to it in Sweden. It's not like it's not very rare, I think. But yeah, I guess I was lucky enough to just like find people who like that kind of music and told me to listen to it, which I did, and I just fell in love with it. I just felt like I was home. And I think Joanna felt the same way.
yeah.
You know, whether you're from Sweden or anywhere, I think you know, for young women to be interested, as you've been in this music, is something that's very encouraging, I think, to a lot of people. You've covered Buffy St. Marie. You've covered the Louvain brothers as well. And these are, you know, this is deep in the country and gospel and folk world in America.
Mm-hmm.
So nice one.
Thank you.
Keep doing it, you know, keep doing what you're doing.
You won't be able to stop us.
So
Promise you.
the new album, tell us a little bit about working with Mike Mogis.
That was a dream come true. It was just insane because we've listened to Bright Eyes for such a long time. They were kind of the band that got us into folk and country music.
Mm-hmm.
So to work with him was such a huge honor, and
Yeah, it was just so great. We went to Omaha, recorded. We were there for a month, and yeah, it was just. I mean, it couldn't have gone better. Like, we just
connected.
Yeah.
And
How were you first introduced to him?
Well, that was just a friend of mine who said, "Don't listen to the music you're listening to. Listen to Bright Eyes." And I
yeah,
did.
well, Mike saw us in Austin.
Oh yeah, that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
At South by?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
Or
No, it wasn't.
Austin City Limits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's how we met Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, have you taken these songs out yet? I know you opened with "The Lion's Roar," which is kind of the first,
Yeah.
single. But have you been performing many other songs from the forthcoming album?
Yeah, we played some new songs, and we're gonna play another new song as well, like premiering it sort of on radio.
Mhm.
So
In this
it was
next
really
set.
exciting.
And what song is that?
It's called Emmy Lou.
Ah, I love this. Now, this is you're citing some real country music greats. Emmylou Harris is cited in the song "Johnny Cash." Good stuff. So, had you been listening to these artists for a long time?
Yes.
Yes, we were inspired by them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just at Joshua Tree and recorded a music video, and we stayed at Joshua Tree Inn where Graham died. And
This is
Graham
where Graham-
Parsons.
it was
yeah.
his birthday.
Yeah.
So
It was pretty special.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. A couple other songs I wanted to mention, which are not, I don't believe you're playing, but I just wanted to point out that I like. I've only listened to the record, maybe twice overnight because it's under super secure kind of, I couldn't have a copy or anything, but "To a Poet" I like a lot.
Thank you.
I like
I like it too.
the lyric in there, which is "There's nothing more to it, just get through it." I just think that's just a cool thought. Also "Blue," which is a very distinctive song because it kind of has more of a contemporary edge in the production there. But is there anything particular about that song, a story attached to the writing or recording of "Blue"?
Well, I mean, that song just has like you say, a very distinct sound. It's a bit more pop sounding than anything we've done before.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, writing that song, I think I was just like sitting playing around on the auto harp. That's sort of like how it usually happens, and just playing around on something and something. So it's not. I don't know. Like it's hard because I can't say like we were like very inspired by this and that's why it's so distinct.
No.
Different. From.
But I think it
anything
has
else,
like
but-
this kind of 60s retro sound
Yeah.
to it. And really, yeah, we like that. We'll see what direction we'll go towards in the future, but we think it was an interesting experiment for
Yeah,
sure.
it caught my ear, especially for a radio audience. It feels a little poppier. Lastly, I want to ask you about country music in America and whether, you strive to come to the attention of that whole genre. Because, for me, you've come up through more of alternative music circles, indie kind of, indie rock, alternative folk, not really straight ahead country. But you certainly could and may have an audience in that world. But do you worry about that at all?
I mean, we try
No.
not to worry, about who's going to listen to our music when we make it. We can only care about what we think ourselves, and so if whoever will like it, we're happy. That's the way it is.
Just let the music speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.